All right, welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's Mo Money with the Mo Money Sports Network. With me, as always, is my co-pilot G. How you doing this evening, G?
I'm doing, you know what, better than average. Why, you
Better
might
than
ask?
average.
Raptors rundown, we'll have to wait and tell you why, but things are looking pretty let's
Is-
just say we the North is North Star
We may
straight
be
ahead.
making a comeback here for
Hmm.
sure. All
Hmm.
right, so we got something new we're gonna try here. We've got four segments to get through. We're gonna put 12 minutes on the clock for each of them. And then we're gonna have our dudes of the week and the postcards. We're gonna just kind of free reign it, I believe.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll have to check the mailbox and see if we got any postcards in there. You never know who might be
Uh, I've
slide one
got
into the mailbox. So.
I've got one in my back pocket that I think needs to be unleashed.
Ooh, okay. Well, you can unleash at any point. Feel free.
Well, we'll get through the four segments and we'll stick to the schedule and we'll get to the postcards at the end, just like we'd have it laid out.
Awesome.
But until then, hit like and subscribe. Me and you do this nearly every week, unless there's a anchor that hits my Wi-Fi connection, which happens at least once a year. But yeah, G, what do you say we start this timer
Let's
and
anchor
see how it
down.
goes? All right, it is officially once G hits the timer, I will start with the Raptor rundown. Segment one. Oh, here we go. Oh, wait. Yeah, here we go. It's time to talk Raptor basketball. And G, since you're the guy in the city keeping tabs on the Raptors, you tell me what are you feeling like in Toronto, and I'll jump in whenever I get a moment.
All right. Well, this is close to the heart. It's not easy to get excited as a Raptors fan. Sometimes there's a lot of disrespect that happens when you're the only Canadian team in the league, and that's why it was so exciting when you see a team like the Blue Jays do what they did in the postseason there when the Raptors won the championship. What I'm trying to say is this year feels positive. Feels like they've gotten something figured out, and that has Raptors.
I believe you stopped the timer there, G.
Oh,
There we go.
are we
But
back?
anyway, continue.
And we're ready to set sails for, I think, the Eastern Conference Finals at this point. I think is not even unreasonable to say. We're starting to clock time on ESPN. We're starting to clock time on the main shows. We're starting to get shout outs on the it's all over the place. The vibe is good. The vibe is really good come Toronto. So if you've seen Brandon Ingram put in 37 last night, Scotty Barnes is distributing the ball like he finally understands his role. And this is the thing, man.
He's
I'm super excited that they understand their roles. There's only one guy that's kind of off. We can talk about that maybe in a little bit, but my initial Raptor rundown is we're finally heading north. Basketball is coming back to Toronto, and we should be excited about it, man. What's your thoughts?
it's the best thing for Canada basketball when the Raptors are playing well.
Hmm.
And that's been key because for the last 5 years, all we've had to cling to is the Raptor super fan and the things he brings to the table. And
I dapped him
uh,
up, by the way, just for the show.
I've been a lot harder on the Raptors than you have been over the last 2.5 seasons, G.
Well, this is
And
maybe
with
just our personality difference, but yeah.
it could be, it could be.
I was I was silent angry. Yeah.
G's more of the optimistic outlook of the two of us. I'm more of the pragmatic, looking down the tracks kind of guy. But that's kind of how that goes with me. I'm very impressed with the Raptors because, like I always say, it's not it's not the fact that you're on a win. it's not who you beat, it's the fact that you're on a winning streak.
And how
And the
you
reason
act
I
with it,
say
eh? Yeah.
and the reason I say that is always we don't make the schedules. Do you just play who's in front of you?
Hmm.
And right now, the Raptors are in second place in the East. Woke up this morning, the Raptors are second in the Eastern Conference. That's a major tip of the cap from me. I
Yeah,
feel like I'm talking about the resurrection of Kyrie Irving all over again, as my tone has changed drastically on this Raptor franchise. Because let's face it, G, since about 2020, we've had nothing but misery to look at for this Raptor team.
honestly, yeah. It felt like you're just staring at one of those directions of franchise that's like, oh, is this just how it's always going to be? It really felt like that. No movement, no movement up or down.
And that's how it feels. Because what did I say to you at the beginning of this year? We can't finish 12th in the East again.
Mm-mm.
We can either finish lower than 12th or we can start making moves up the ladder. But we cannot consistently be that 12th team in the East where we're picking ninth every year and we just kind of float along, because that's the worst definition of a franchise to be in, where you're just floating along. You know, I
Yeah.
remember a hockey GM once said, "You're either going up or you're going down. If you're staying in the middle, you're a dead franchise."
Mm. Yeah, you don't want to be in the churn. That's the that's the middle point of the
We
wave
call
that will just take you.
we call that treading water, G. And we don't want to be treading water in any professional sport.
No, man. It's forward movement or nothing, right? Burn it to the ground. And I'm glad that Toronto's finally figured it out, man. They understand my favorite thing about basketball, that it's a team game and that every single person on that team needs to have an uh, understanding of what their role is and that it's equally integral. Their performance of their role is equally integral to the star player's performance of their role. And if everybody's playing their role tip top and they have the capacity to do so, it's on, man. It's on.
And over the last few years, the Raptors haven't done a good job of giving the fans better than they deserve. You know,
It just like,
Raptor
yeah, the
fans, they
chemistry has not been good. The flow's not been there. No swagger, no exciting prospects. It was dark. And then
it
things
was
just started to things really
days
started to
days
click.
darkest before the dawn, my friend.
Man, that Ingram pickup, I think, and him being ready for the show, like, hey man, I'm not done playing basketball yet. I'm actually still a freaking assassin here if anybody wants me. Came out, showed what he could do, and he's doing it. So and he's got the right attitude too, man. He's between these. He's locked in. I listened to his press conference thing there, and he was like, "We don't talk about the streak in the room. It's positive. It's good vibe, but it's all about
Well, you go to work every day, right? Like every day is different.
yeah. Oh, I just yeah. It very always like see what they say when those are the script compared to maybe what they actually mean. Because some guys are gonna be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, we're on 8 win streak, like 8 in a row." That's worth celebrating, but to keep that off the mind is key. So I'm happy they're doing that. They got a
Putting in the
lot to hope
work
for,
every
man.
day.
Yeah, when you
And
when you look at the East, they could come out of the East and be in the NBA Finals this year if they stay healthy, and that's what else do you want when you are cheering for a team all season long? They actually have a chance. That's all you want. It's just a chance at the show. And the Raptors are giving fans a reason to believe. It might not
yeah,
be in the promised land, but they're believing in something. And that's enough to get the journey underway. So, the
and Jurassic Park gets pretty loud in April and May if the Raptors are on a run. You know,
and this is the thing about the Raptors rundown, Mo. We got the ultimate run going right now. It's a streak, and if we were to look at it, maybe compare it to a couple different dinosaurs, let's use Jurassic Park for a minute. We've passed the initial gate. We understand that there's some big, mean dinosaurs in there, right? But I think we got a crew that can get us through. And if that's the case, man, that's the biggest change in Toronto since 2019. That's
Here's
good
the
amount of
biggest
time.
question I think I got left, G, is do you trust the players on this team to take us where we need to go at this point? I
All
guess
but
would be my
one.
question. All but one, and you've kept it a secret till now. Maybe you should shed some light on that for the fans of the At the Buzzer podcast.
It wasn't at the top of my mind today, but a brief discussion earlier kind of did bring it to the forefront. So nice one with the Shed. It's not Jamal Shed. He's one of the most exciting young parts of the Raptors squad. So if you're looking for an in on Raptors knowledge, Jamal Shed, Mamu. There's some really fun role players and stuff, but the guy that I've got an issue with, the one that I don't trust, it's not who you think. It's not quickly. You know who it is now. I saw it. RJ.
Yeah, and I just for reference, I knew it wasn't going to be Quigley because uh privately you've been singing Quigley's praises for the last few weeks, so I knew it was going to be. I didn't know it was going to be RJ. I thought it was going to be Scotty. I thought you were going to have the
Mm.
issue with.
No, he's bought into his role, and that's like I couldn't have like if I were a Christmas present, guy. What do I want for Christmas? It'd be like Scotty to embrace his role, not points, not this, not that. Just be whoever you're supposed to be. And now we're seeing it. And he's like a mini Giannis with a bit of Joker, with a bit of something. And it's like, oh, I'm interested in this guy. I didn't know what the hell he was before. Now he's embraced his role. And so the thing about RJ is he's not embracing his role. Because my whole thing tonight's going to be about the roles. Who are you on the team? Because the 11th guy on your bench better be bought in as much as the first guy. Otherwise, you're not going to win because that's how it has to be. So I think
You're only as
Raptors
strong as your
are
weak link.
amen for the people in the back. And it's not that RJ's not a great player. It's not that he can't carry his own weight. It's that he
He's
wants a
inconsistent.
role that's it's that, and that's why his role shouldn't be like a scoring option guy. He should be kind of just a natural wing. Take your shot when it's there. Be a great on-ball defender. Be a wing defender. Run the fast break. But you should always be looking to either Ingram to be your top scorer, quickly to be the primary ball handler, and Scotty to be the fast break initiator, finisher, and stuff. You got to be the person that facilitates and helps those things as much as getting your own. And I think he likes getting his own, thinking that that's helping, and that's my only issue.
Well, yeah, and it's one of those things where if the Raptors can put it together, there's nobody in the East other than maybe the Pistons that can stop them. I
Yeah,
think
I mean, Cavs are
because
soft as pudding. Knicks are
the
broken
East
as
is more
always.
wide open than I've ever seen it before, and
Man, what a turn of events for Detroit. Yeah.
I think the 12 minutes is up here,
Oh, we
so
got
we'll
we
shit.
got 13 seconds on mine.
Oh, here we go. Okay, one last thought on the Raptors from me. They're probably gonna get to the second round. I'm gonna be cautious tonight, G.
One
And I'm going to say
Eastern
second
Conference
round enough
Finals.
for the Raptors.
Ooh, I'm going NBA Finals on that one. But Jakob Pertl's going to lead the way, and uh, it's going to be a Pertl jersey in your stocking this year.
If Jakob Pertl leads us to the finals, there will be an apology like none other
What
on
the heck?
this podcast. Let me tell you.
Oh, hold on, I've got a ringing happening here. It's the other one here. Well, let me tell you, maybe I'll get Jakob on the phone for Christmas then. That's your Christmas gift, and you can
Yeah.
apologize. You can apologize to him in face there, so that'd be good.
Well, as Timberland said, it's too late to apologize, right?
No, no, you can never too big to apologize. That's
But let's shift gears and head out west here as we get to
oh
the
yeah.
Laker lowdown
Hmm. Now
after
I'm gonna
all this.
follow. I'm gonna be following your lead here. What's on the lowdown for the Lakers, Mo?
Well, I'm extremely proud of this franchise this year in particular, and it's not because of their record, believe it or not. It is a chunk of that, but the reason I'm so proud of this Laker team in particular is they've dealt with everything. Maxi Kleber's stress fracture, Gabe Vincent broke his foot, LeBron out until mid to late November, not knowing what you're going to get from Jake LaRavia, Athero being out for an
Oh,
extended period of time,
Smart and
and
Aiton.
somehow, and Aiden and, you know, Luca not being sure what he was going to be from opening night onward. You know, there were so many questions that came to this Laker team, and every time there's been a question put in front of them, they've answered it in flying colors. The record being 12-4 is just a bonus, but I'm proud of the way this team has kind of held it together through the storm, and I'm curious to see what they could be like when they're fully healthy. I'm really curious because we really haven't seen that from the Lakers so far this season.
Yeah. Now, do you think it matters? And I said that's a harsh question. I don't mean it to be hard, but you know what I mean.
Well,
You're in the wild, wild west, which we're gonna get to later. It's the wild,
you
wild
you know
west. We're gonna try to
you
get
know what
this.
I'm gonna say about that, and the answer is no, it doesn't. See, because 12-4 can flip to 12-9 real quick. You run the gauntlet of Denver, Milwaukee, Detroit, uh, and a couple other teams, Oklahoma City. You run that gauntlet of 4 or 5 teams. 12-4 they can go to 12-9 real quick, and that's why I wasn't so focused on the record. I was more focused on how the team has stuck together over the last month and a half since the season started with all they faced.
Mm, that's great insight and positive story for the Laker Nation. I wonder more so if you feel like they can get past the test of can Lakers fans believe? Do you, and I don't mean in the true fan like will believe no matter what way. Do you believe you actually have a shot? And what would you need to see to be like, we could take out OKC in seven, we could take out Denver in seven. What would you need to see to give you that? Or
I
are you
believe
seeing it?
I believe that we can take them out in 7. Like it's going to be a dogfight, but from what I've seen, you get your 17-12 from DeAndre. You get your
But
25 and
you haven't seen the Joker yet.
no, we have not seen the Joker
But
yet.
we've seen the Joker.
But all I'm
Like
getting
the
at is
world has seen the Joker. I'm just
yes,
sticking
yes,
up for reality here.
I understand that. But what I'm saying is we have got Luca who's on a mission. We've got
Definitely going
DeAndre
to give
who's
you that.
playing well. We got
Definitely.
Austin who's potentially an all-star. We've got LeBron who as much as I just like to give him any credit, as you know,
He's no scrub.
has has a team where he can facilitate. Laravia can come off the bench and get you 12.
Yeah, I
I'm
like
not
Laravia.
the
Yeah,
there are a couple pieces that I'm not so sold on. Vanderbilt being one. Gabe Vincent is a little streaky,
yeah.
and Maxi. I don't. I Here's the thing. I love Maxi Kleber. I do. He's been a great role player throughout most of his career. but I'm not sure if he can get back to where he needs to be effective.
Mm,
And that's the most honest look at the Lakers you're going to get from any podcast on this planet.
clip it. And let me ask you this then too, because we're just digging in. I actually agree that I don't think the roster would be your primary concern. You actually might have enough shooting, pace, depth to kind of give yourself a, you know, on paper, a very strong belief. Like, why not? But as we're
No,
seeing, like these two teams of Denver and OKC are also doing things that I'm not saying Lakers
no,
can't.
and
It's
we
just that they're doing this extra thing that makes you go, okay, we're gonna have to have something special to
and I've been on this
overcome.
before. I've been on this before. I've been yelling at the Lakers all year long because they refuse to put teams away when they can.
It's just
And
yeah, it's
that's
one more gear, right? Of like
they
the
don't have
OKC
that.
thing. They got
I will say,
stars
as
and
of right now,
superb
they don't
defense.
have that extra gear, or at least we haven't seen it yet. We haven't seen a
Yeah,
game where the Lakers put it all together. But what I am saying
yeah.
is, especially with Denver, and here's where I call out the Denver Nuggets with a dose of reality. They are a phenomenal team, and if healthy, in air quotes, if
But wouldn't
healthy,
wouldn't you put that around every so you know, if healthy
no, no,
Lakers, if healthy blank, if
in
healthy, if
particular
healthy.
Denver, because
You tell me
I'm
if
just
Luca
going up.
goes out, you got a team that
No, no.
go
What
past
I
the
what
starting line?
what I'm saying is, you asked us, you asked me, do I think we have a shot at beating Denver? Uh,
Yes.
I think I think we have a better shot with Denver than we do OKC
Yeah.
because because with Aaron Gordon now being the Band-Aid man as
I
of
don't know
recent,
about that. He goes out a couple of games, but I wouldn't bet against Aaron Gordon for a second about him playing,
I'm just
you know.
saying, I'm just calling it like I'm
Yeah.
just
He's a
if
lot
Aaron
like who are you
becomes
gonna bet on being more healthy, LeBron or Aaron Gordon?
well, LeBron takes vacations in the middle of the season, so I'm
Yeah, but you know
I'm
what I
calling out
mean.
LeBron on that
if
one.
if we're gonna get into the who's got vulnerable injuries, Marcus Smart is no slouch in that department. LeBron's
Yeah,
no
that's
slouch.
true.
Austin Reeves no slouch. Luca's no slouch in that department. So I don't know if that's a
Austin
fair
doesn't
critique
really
on
get
Aaron
injured.
Gordon. He's not more than those guys, so I wouldn't put that on him. I would say the strongest thing Denver has going is their continuity of roster. They've got guys that have been there, bought in, getting better,
Yeah,
continue to get more
that's
and more telepathic,
now as far as
right?
OKC goes, I think we get wiped in five by the OKC Thunder.
Yeah,
And
because they've got the
and
X factor of something special they
and
built, you know.
and just so you know, I'm not delusional for those of you listening to this podcast. Earlier this week we had a phone conversation and I told you the Lakers were in the top four in the West. And the three teams I had ahead of them were Oklahoma, Denver, and Houston. Do I think we're going to beat Denver? Probably not. Do I
There's
think
no
we
way
got a
you're gonna
shot
stop.
against?
Yeah, Joker in the
Do I
middle.
do I think we got a shot against Denver? Yes, I do. But there's things that would have to fall our way first. That's why I have Denver,
DeAndre's got
Oklahoma,
to grow a third arm.
and Houston. Even Houston, I put ahead of us, and I don't like doing that because I got to be honest, G, I don't trust Houston either.
No, they remind me of LA in the sense that they're stacked. They got some really nice pieces, some superstar action. They can score kind of at will. They got a lot of good pieces. We'll see
It
type
would
of thing.
it wouldn't surprise me if the West shakes down like this: Oklahoma 1, Denver 2, Lakers 3, Houston 4, or Houston 3, Lakers 4. Take your pick on which way you want to roll with that.
Hold on, we
But
got to focus on Lakers here because we're going to get to the wild
no,
wild
no,
west a little bit
we'll get
later.
to that. But here, well, that kind of just told you my top four anyway. But
We'll remember them for later. Yeah.
I will say this: the Lakers right now. I could see in the Western Conference Final, depending on the draw, because against the other four teams that would make the playoffs in the West, I think we're a favorite, and it would be tough to convince me otherwise. Because you're looking at teams like Minnesota and Memphis and those types of teams, and I think if in the long run, and this is
Memphis
why
ain't going to be anywhere near that.
that's what. Oh well, yeah, I guess Memphis won't be, but I'm saying
Definitely.
in the West against those bottom four teams, I think the Lakers are favorites. Whoever those bottom four teams may be.
But like you said, it don't matter. You're either first or you're last. So if you don't believe you're going to be first, what's the, you know, howdy do neighbor type of thing? Uh, you got it.
No,
Yeah. So so what you're saying is you do believe that there's a chance if, albeit slim, some things would have to happen. Maybe Joker injured, maybe Shea injured, maybe a role player, something, and
that's
Lakers
why they
on
play the
fire and
games, man.
perfectly healthy. That's a fair. I'm not going to dismiss that for sure. I've been watching
Like
those
I
Joker
said,
clips, man, and I'm like, who's stopping him in the middle? Because if you can't stop him in the middle, it's just over. Like, you have to be able to stop him in the middle, otherwise he'll average 70. This man's a monster. He's doing things. Anyways, not to make it about Joker, but he's
yeah,
averaging
and
top points, rebounds, assists, and percentage for the decade. Number
and
one.
here's the thing, because I know this is a Laker centric segment. I'm gonna say this:
Yeah.
Luca going out and getting 40 doesn't help us. Here's what we
No.
need: we need Luca to go out and get us 25, 9, and 9
He
every
needs to
night.
be watching the Joker's tapes every night because I'm again bringing back. But he got shot 9 shots last night, and I think he ended up with 25, exactly the numbers you're talking about. And he controlled the pace of the game. He controlled everything, and it was with such minimal shooting, and it got everybody else involved. That's
And
what you
that's what
need
I
to
mean.
be doing.
That's what I mean. When Luca goes off for 40, we're in trouble because that means nobody else is going.
Let's
When
call it
Luca gets 20,
Donovan Mitchell syndrome. If Donovan's
when
going for 50, you're done.
when Luca goes for 25, 9, and 9, that means Austin's running. That means DeAndre's running. That means we're going downhill. When
Mm.
Luca's going off for 40, that means nobody else is going and he's just trying to keep us in the game. So as backwards logic as it is for me to say Luca doesn't need to get us 40, it's because we need to get everybody else going. How am I doing for time there, G?
3, 2, 1. It literally just hit. Literally just hit.
There we go.
That's crazy. Nicely done, man.
No problem. And if you enjoy this podcast, please remember to like, subscribe, comment, all that other good stuff. We're here every week or nearly every week.
No
You
doubt,
want to go
man.
east or west first, buddy?
We're gonna be going. What did I call it? We're going with the top 5 beasts of the East. Here's the rules. It can be teams or players. You're gonna pick 5. You're gonna give me a little rundown on why they're the beasts of the East. We'll go from there.
All right, number 5, the Detroit Pistons.
All right, here we go. Detroit basketball.
I think Detroit has the best shot at coming out of the East. No disrespect to the Raptors. I just think the Pistons are primed and ready to take a shot at the Eastern Conference and run through it and
Goes
play it.
through JP, buddy.
So that yeah. Um, I think the Pistons are there. I put them at number 5. And people will say, "Well, Mo, why did you put the Pistons at number 5 if you are doing the 5 beasts of the East?" Because the other 4 are players, guys. The
We got
other
some
4 are players.
we got some monsters. We got some real scary, deep, dark creatures in the East because it's a strange conference. So I agree the team thing is maybe not where we're gonna head with the East. So I'm curious who's your top 4 beasts.
At number 4, Giannis Antetokounmpo. And
Beast.
he
He's a
might be the
beast.
most he might be the most talented player on this list, but that's not what I'm going on.
He might just
I'm
be
going
the
on.
beast in general.
He is the beast.
Six
But
six six.
the problem with being his beast is he got no help. He got no help, and that's why he's number four. G.
That's it.
And
There's only so many aprons, you know.
there's only so much you can do. Beast of the East
Hmm.
number three, and again, this is because he's got no help. And I know you're gonna disagree with me, and that's okay because it's my list. It's gonna be Brunson, only because and the only qualifier I'll put on Brunson is this: he will take the Knicks further than they deserve to go. So that's why I put him on the list. Number two is, well, since I put them as my Eastern Conference champions here, Cade Cunningham. Because the brother can ball, and if you don't think so, you're sleeping on the Pistons. My God. I am telling you now. And
Fact. He's telling no lies.
the number one beast from the East. And I feel bad for doing this because he's going to be a second round out again. And we talked about him earlier. But it's got to be Donovan Mitchell, dude, because that dude, he is the dude. And if they got him help in Cleveland, and I reserve the right to change my pick if this does happen, I think Detroit's going to win the East. But if they get Donovan Mitchell some help at the trade deadline, that dude could rip apart the Eastern Conference almost by himself. But for now, he's number one. But he's not going to be in the Eastern Conference final. Does that sound like a list to you?
Sounds like a great list to me, man. That checks out. That can be printed. That could be sent in to the governor. I think he's yeah. That's a fair list. I don't know if I have any specific notes other than I'm just going to disregard the Brunson one because it's just going to put me in a dark space, and we don't need to go there.
I know. We
We don't
disagree
need to
on
go there.
Jalen, but
It's
that's
not so
okay.
much him; it's everything he stands for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. But I only did it because he's going to carry the Knicks.
He is a he's a guy that will do things to win. I'll give you that. Uh, are you ready for what I got in the
Do you
East?
have five?
Oh, I got five. I got five. We can start with Ingram. Brandon Ingram coming out to play, looking chill, looking focused. He's throwing down dunks like we've never seen him throw down. He's not even 100% healthy yet. That's crazy.
That's the scary part, isn't it?
Like, and he's just casually locked in like Shea is. I'm just talking personality wise, mannerisms wise, work ethic from the outside looking in wise, and talk about not a bad guy to be compared to, right? It's like they just have that silky flow where you think, ooh, big pressure bucket coming up. We've been drought for a little while here. We could use a bucket. Ooh, ISO on Ingram. Here comes the double, and he's just already in a fadeaway. It's a
Yeah,
swish.
money.
Yeah, so he's just absolutely beasting out. And his partner in crime, Scotty Barnes, number four. My number four beast is Scotty Barnes. He's also wearing that on his jersey. He's, you know, he's been a long time coming. I mentioned earlier, he's been looking for that role. He's got it now. He's the distributor. He's the fast breaker. He's the rebound, get out of my way, little man. He's the Charles Barkley we've been waiting to see. And I know Charles is a big fan of his and gives him shout outs and stuff like that. So when you're getting a shout out from the beast of yesteryear, you know you're on the right track. And Scotty is on that, my friend. So
Hmm.
go now to number three. And I get a little torn here as we get into the beasts of these because I've seen what Detroit's doing and it is Cade led. But because we've had Cade honored in that, let's go
Yeah,
down
it's
just one notch to
yeah.
his enforcer. This is a guy that I think Donovan Mitchell is missing. Right? If Donovan Mitchell had a guy like this, he might stand a chance. Jalen Duran.
Wow.
I haven't seen him play a ton, but when you say beast, I started looking it up in the dictionary. There he is. He fits the profile.
Absolutely.
Not to be trifled with. Give you nightmares. Capital B beast. Yeah, and he cleans up, man. He really adds that toughness. Like you don't feel like you can intimidate Detroit. And that's a big deal, man. You feel like
They're in
as
at
I'm
number
watching,
3.
you can intimidate Cleveland. Cleveland's nothing but Donovan
Cleveland
Mitchell
will
and
fold.
yeah, and I don't think you could add anything to Cleveland to help Donovan because you'd have to change the entire thing, change the coach, change the players. Donovan needs to get out. Donovan needs to head elsewhere. Here's my number one beast of the East.
Oh, we're skipping number 2.
Number two, even better. I got to give a shout out because I was a little bit surprised to see their record. But Rick Carlisle and the Indiana Pacers, not a beast, not a beast. Nemhard, Pascal. There's something when you're
Mm-hmm.
down and you're not expected to win. How you conduct yourself is equally important to me as a fan as when you're on top.
Yes.
And Indiana Pacers are not winning games. They're not close,
They're not
but
going anywhere.
they're not going anywhere. There's no breakout performances. There's not any like super things to be excited about, but they are competing. And they are that annoying team that's not gone at the end. That they're the team you're supposed to put away, and there they are chipping at your shins again. And that's led by Rick Carlisle, Nemhard, and that something that they've built there. That even when you take away all the pieces, it's still there.
That's a
And
culture thing.
that's it. That's a beast culture right there. So shout out to them always being uh, yeah representing that side of things. Number one, I did get torn on this one because I thought I heard the story on one end and I read it wrong. So anyways, it had to do with Lamelo Ball.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he requested out because he wanted to win. I don't think that was the story. So he doesn't get beast of the week in this one. Uh, his teammate though, Khan Knipple,
There you go.
number one. If you don't know, look him up. I don't even know if I want to say it's almost a better surprise. He's a Duke rookie and he's coming out and he's on a shitty team and he's just playing unbelievable, man. He's just locked in. He's shooting well. He's like Austin Reeves when Austin Reeves became Austin Reeves. Like he kind of skipped that whole like 3 or 4 years that Austin was
He,
not
he skipped the whole
Austin.
defend him phase, right?
Yeah,
Because
like he's just
there was a couple years where I had to defend Austin.
big time. And I think with reasonable thing, like he's working against some biological limitations. He's not very quick. He's not very
I I remember
long.
when I remember the reaction when I was offered Dejounte Murray and people were like, "You take that, right?" And I was like, "No."
Man, where's that
People
guy
would look
been?
at me
Eh?
sideways. Huh?
I haven't heard that guy's name in a year.
That's my point. I gambled and I was right.
Man, that is and so far the gamble on uh, Smart and Aiton has paid off. So I'll give you that too. Any other roundouts for the East that you want to mention, just in general? Now that we're looking at the full conference, we got about a minute left on our Beasts of the East
In
here. So
general, okay.
any special shout outs or comments, questions or concerns?
I will say that I got one shout out for my Orlando Magic pick, or actually two because they're brothers. This is the Wagner message.
The Wagner brothers.
Get out of Orlando.
Maybe team up with Donovan Mitchell. Go start your own thing somewhere else.
Get out of Orlando, please. That is my
Seattle.
message to the Wagner boys. Because as much as I wanted to believe in them, they've let me down at every turn.
They're the
And don't
Memphis of the East.
and don't let tonight fool you, because a lot of people are going to look at this game against the Sixers and be like, "Look at that scoreboard." And don't let tonight fool you. Orlando ain't it.
No, Sixers are barely a basketball team, to be honest. Like they've got a G League team with some NBA players on it, and a couple of them are really good. Shout out Maxi
Yeah.
Drummond. Um,
So
Timer.
we ready
That's
to
it for
head
the
out
East.
west?
It's now time. I'm gonna cue the music eventually of the Will Smith Wild Wild West, and maybe we'll have that tarantula run through real
Uh,
quick. Just like,
preferably not, but okay.
hey man, the graphics
You want to go
department's on
first, or
it.
you want me to go first?
You could get off here, man.
All right, because coming up at number 5,
The
out
best
of
of
the
the West and the
West,
Wild Wild West. Yeah,
and there's a reason he's last, because I don't expect this team to do nothing. But Anthony Edwards is still a dangerous dude, man.
interesting. I was thinking about him last night when he lost against
He's a
Sacramento
bit.
Kings.
He's
I was
lost a
like,
bit of his luster, but he's still a
against the
dangerous
Kings,
dude.
he just got beat by the Kings last night in overtime.
Yeah, yeah. I'm okay with people disagreeing with me.
That
Also,
was just my random comment because I was watching him last night. I was like, come on, man. I don't ever get to see you, and now you failed me, Edwards. Anyways, there's one game.
anyway, number 4, and this is gonna be another player who's just been beasting, and I know he's been out, but he would have been higher had he been healthy and playing. But I got to put Wemby at number 4, dude, because
Um,
if he was healthy and he would have been playing, he would have been a lot higher on the list.
but he's been gone for at least 2 weeks now, hasn't he?
At least, uh,
Odd time.
number 3, the Denver Nuggets.
Nice one.
Number 3, the Denver Nuggets. Number 2, Shea Gilghrist Alexander.
Yeah.
And there's a reason he's number 2. Don't come at me in the comments just yet, because number 1 is going to be the Oklahoma City Thunder as a whole. They've been rolling over almost everybody. I think they've only lost one game this year,
Hmm.
and that team as a unit is, whoo, boy, are they scary.
Man, I wish I had anything to counter against that. I was just seeing if the Lakers game had started here on the TV so I could have it checked in the background. Um,
Not yet, not yet.
so, man, I'm gonna have to challenge you at some point on the OKC thing to see if you can find something where you see the weakness, and we'll get you to explore that because I don't know what it could be, and maybe we don't know it yet, but that's going to be a task
Oh
for you.
no,
Is
there
to
there there are weaknesses to exploit within the Thunder, but the problem is there's so much. Let me just. Can I just take a couple minutes here? And I will say this: there are weaknesses in the Oklahoma City Thunder, but you know what happens? Dallas's pick goes to Oklahoma. The Clippers pick goes to Oklahoma. They've got every draft pick from everybody for the next what feels like 3 years. So, when you talk about weaknesses for the Oklahoma City Thunder, who knows how long this is going to last, because they can restock the shelves with all those draft picks they've gotten.
what about for this year? Do you see any weaknesses this year?
The only weaknesses I see are health wise, and that's what's going to catch up to Oklahoma City.
But they haven't
Can
even had Jay Will, and they've gone 17-1. That's
That's crazy.
and no Jay Will
That's
at all. Zero.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Their
That's what I
second
mean.
best player.
Like there are a couple guys on that roster that have injury histories that are pretty bad. But
Doesn't seem to matter.
relying on injuries to beat somebody is not a healthy strategy.
And currently doesn't seem to matter for OKC if their second best guy's out and they've lost one game and it was a fluke loss. Like if you had just inched it that way, that Portland game would have been theirs and they would be 18-0 without their second best player playing a minute of basketball.
Yeah. What's
I,
your
I
top
don't
five
I don't
looking
see
like,
the weak
G?
spot yet, but I'm gonna be looking. Uh, I'm gonna try to find some more random picks because I have watched more Western games than the East, so I know a little bit more of the randos. Amen Thompson, the alien.
Man, Tom. I got no problem with that.
He was steaming last night, man. He did a MJ move, the full. I'm talking. Yeah, it's over here. Wrong. It's going all the way over here. And the English on top, and he was airborne for 7, 8 seconds. It felt like.
Yes, sir.
So he's a huge piece for Houston that I think people sleep on a little bit. Because they were playing Phoenix last night. That's who the trade was with the Houston Jam. So it was kind of fun to
Well,
watch
you
Dylan Brooks
you look
give
at
a little to email along the side there. That was
yeah. It's the thing is the West is so deep. It's hard to put any Houston in your top five.
I'm picking mine more just based on who's drawn to me. I think
That's fair. That's
the
it's your list, dude.
the guys. So like
It's like having a
Dylan Brooks is number 4. Didn't see
oh yeah,
that
yeah.
coming,
That
right?
guy's a dog for
But
sure.
he is leading the Phoenix Suns out of their miserable existence
Doldrum.
as a team that nobody takes seriously, just a rollover, pushover, just out of the way,
Oh, that's how you
Phoenix.
get beat in this league.
And that's it. Dylan Brooks is holding everybody accountable. I've just heard some little rumors, things, and that from the show saying, oh man, that dude is like, he's barking at the rookies. He's barking at Booker. Like, there's accountability across the board. And that is uh, the kind of stuff we like to hear and see here at the Buzzer podcast. You know, um, so those two guys, yeah, I was watching them, really enjoying them last night. The Houston Phoenix game. Uh, Joker, just give him an honorary place forever in any list. Because did you see that pass last night? We can just have a million of these things, but the pass was again just like some of Luca's, where your jaw is just
He looks like magic sometimes, man.
it's truly just jaw dropping. Like we haven't seen this one yet. He was mid spin and then he cranks it back the other way without even knowing who's behind him. They did a zoom in on the other team's bench, for the in the moment reaction. And when the heads go down, like it's special. And so he's just
Hmm.
always him and Jamal. Maybe they can share that nice spot at number 3 right now because he's balling out of his mind too, and he's going to be an all-star this year for the first time I think ever, and he's long overdue for that. So shout out. We're getting now into the number 2 and 1. I don't want to go too low or too high on anybody here, but there's a lot of good things. I'm torn between OKC dark horse AJ Mitchell. If you don't know, check him out.
If you don't know, you ain't watching enough basketball.
Like it's who, right? Like he started as he's from Whoville, right? We'll say guys that we don't know who
Yeah.
they are, they started in Whoville, and he came out like, damn, my name is, and not like my name is Earl. He said my name is AJ Mitchell, and man, he has got game. It's the OK system, sort of demonstrating what it can do for guys that are needing the opportunity. Oh, you need an opportunity to show that you're special? How about you do it on this canvas here? And the canvas is so good that these guys are really uh, showing how special they can be. So OKC might,
Oh, I forgot. Just on a side note, it's NBA Cup
mm,
night in the association.
that's why Reggie Miller's working. Okay, wasn't sure why he was working tonight. Um,
Don't be
man,
picking on Reggie.
Yeah, I love Reggie. He's sharp, man. He reminds me of like, okay, something serious is happening in the basketball world because Reggie
Yeah.
wouldn't be
It's
there
like when Marv
otherwise.
Albert used to call a game. You knew it was going down when Marv was calling a game.
Absolutely, actually, I can respect that. I want to check one thing here quick before I give you my number one of the West. So I don't want to forget.
It's not the same as mine. That's weird. I thought it'd be Oklahoma for sure.
No, no, gonna have to crank it every other which way because Oklahoma's just gonna be, yeah. What else can we say? Um, okay, I'll go with. Yeah, it's tough. I'm just looking at the standings. I haven't looked at them in a while. That's actually quite interesting. Uh, damn. When's the last time you've looked at these standings?
This morning.
All right, this is gonna
But to
change
be
my
fair,
it changes my answer a little bit. So,
but
you
but
can't.
the first time I saw them this morning in 2 weeks. Like I'm divulging that I don't look at the standings every day. So
Hmm, man, okay, okay. I'm switching it over then again. DeRozan. You go, why? Because he finishes games, man. And you know what? I had to pick something that's not predictable. And I watched the game last night where he again
well,
did DeRozan things and
that's
won when he
kind of
wasn't
why I gave
supposed
the
to.
nod to. That's kind of the why I gave the nod to a couple of my guys. They're not necessarily the best guys in the league, but they're going to be guys that carry their teams farther than they should go. That was
That's
the
it, man.
that was the only
That's
thing I based a couple of them on. So
that's a really good criteria. I like that. And DeRozan's he's an OG for anybody that follows basketball. So any chance we get to tip our hat to him while he's still playing,
he still feels like a Raptor to me.
I think he does. And if Lowry is doing what I think he's going to do, he's going to invite DeRozan to retire with him as a Raptor. So,
Can we get to the postcards now? Can I
ooh, it's due to the weekend postcard time. That's right.
can I get
That's right.
can I do can I do the postcard? Because the NBA might cancel our podcast after this. Because today
Come
my
at me, Adam.
postcard
Yeah.
goes out to Adam Silver.
Oh
So
yeah.
get
There
your
was the timer.
popcorn
So,
ready. Get your popcorn ready, G.
hey man, we got time. Let's hit it. We got
Because
8 minutes.
Adam, we got to talk. Um, Stop gaslighting the fans of your league, please. The game is harder to find than ever before. My co-host just called me this weekend and said I didn't get to watch a second of basketball because there wasn't a game on TV. And you're sitting
Yeah.
here and you're sitting here and you're spewing this, oh, the league is in a better state than it's ever been. The ratings are up over the last 2 months. This, that, and the other thing. Stop gaslighting your fans. You told us it was a highlight league, Mr. Silver. And
Yeah.
this is coming from a guy who defended you on the daily. And now, Adam, my dear Adam, you make it so hard to even defend you, my friend. Because everything you say contradicts anything good that's happening in this league.
Yeah.
Because when you talk about how it's just a highlight league, you devalue your own league. You know
Mm,
what you should say? Look, guys, the games are a little more spread out this year, but look at the talent we have. Victor Wembanyama, Shea Gilchrist Alexander. Highlight your stars. No, you tell us it's a highlight league and we're doing better than we ever did. And also, on top of that, Adam, nobody benefits from these 8 p.m. starts. Not not one soul benefits from these 8 p.m. starts, Adam. This is the most ridiculous thing. It's 8 o'clock on the West Coast. People are going to bed. 11 o'clock on the East Coast. People been sleeping. The only good thing you've done for us this year is you gave us NBC and the round ball rock. Adam, fix your league. I'm not telling you as an executive, I'm telling you as a fan, you need to fix your league. And if you can't do that, get out of the way and let somebody else do it.
That's the one right there. It's the only option. Saddest chance. People have to be measured against a few basic things and when they're in positions of power, right? His would be like integrity of the thing, accessibility of like viewership and stuff, and overall cultural cachet, right? Three things. Fail, fail, fail.
All across the board.
Tell me where I'm wrong, right?
How's that
Integrity,
for a
gone.
postcard, G?
Well, where are you sending it from? San Quentin?
I'm sending it from a broken NBA fan's heart, okay? That's where I was sending it from.
Hey, for every
Because I,
dark, there's a light, you know? I like it.
because I love this league. You know how much I love this league.
Right?
And it's
There's
falling
always going to
apart, and
be
I can't
things where
stand it.
I guess the good part is that it's always been falling apart and it's always been rebuilding. So there's like this constant churn happening, and we can look at either side and be right both ways.
Do you
But
have a postcard for anybody this week?
yeah, I feel like I got to balance it out here with a nice positive postcard, but it's going to be maybe a little tongue in cheek. Um, it's going to be from Uncle Dennis.
Oh, here we go. I can't wait for this. Get your popcorn ready and like and subscribe this channel. Yeah, we have all that good stuff.
Dear Steve, in full quotes, where's my money? You
All
said
about
it would
toys
be
now.
here by Monday. It's Monday. I'm waiting. I see you. Love, Dennis.
Oh, and just on a side note, before we end this thing, DeAndre is not in the starting lineup. It's Jackson Hayes tonight. So
It's a soft spot in the middle in the West where you got guys like Hardenstein. He's a beast.
the injury woes continue for the Lakers, it appears.
Man, as we're saying,
Due to the week,
yeah, dude it up. We got go ahead if you got one off the top.
the due to the week that I have off the top of my head, you actually kind of brought it up earlier. DeMar DeRozan, who is finishing games like you wouldn't believe. You'd think it was
Mhm.
10 years ago the way he's playing,
Man,
and
he's just
I just like you said. Well, we tip our cap to the old Wiley vet for playing well.
mhm.
So my dude of the week, DeMar DeRozan.
Ooh, I like that, man. I like that. It's a nice tip. I'm gonna have to give mine to a guy who's got an unusual name. I don't think I've ever heard it on anybody else, actually. He's not from this part of the world, but he's led a certain team that's favored mine to 8 straight wins. We're talking about Coach Darko,
There you go.
right? He's handing out that chain like like he sewed it himself. You know, they got that thing for everybody after each game. They got
Yep.
chemistry going, and I think as we are talking about, man, it makes the whole world go round. When you got chemistry that works, you can do things with things you never thought you could. And when the opposite is true, you could have the best ingredients ever, but it's put them together wrong and this and that. It could be one of the worst things you've ever had.
Ain't
And that's
that the
that's
truth?
from the bistro, straight from.
That's right. And I believe we can wrap it up from here.
This is it, man. We hit the hour.
Until next time, may your ego come from a place that keeps you humble. For my man G and the rest of the At the Buzzer crew, thank you very much. May your ego come from a place that keeps you humble. Mamba out.